Welcome back to the second part of this video. In the first video, we made the heart-shaped chocolate crust. So in this part, we're going to make the filling. Now, I'm going to just show you the difference. This avocado is a small avocado, this one's a medium, and there are bigger ones. So you could either use 2 avocados that are about this size, or you could use 3 avocados that are much smaller. So I'm just going to use up these smaller ones here because they're getting pretty soft. And then I'm going to add in 3 bananas as well. Okay, here's my spoon. So I'm just going to add in 3 avocados. Just take out that pit. These ones are nice and green though. Just nice on the soft side, good for guacamole too. Today they're going to make a nice chocolate filling. Okay, now we're going to add 3 bananas. Just going to wipe off my hands here for a second. And I should mention too, the bananas that I'm using, I do have the freckles on them, and I do love bananas when they're, this is to me the perfect ripeness for a banana. This one's here, actually I want to eat them just like the way they are. And this one actually said blessings on it, so I'll show you that in another video, how you can add little words to your banana, especially when your kids or your husband's taking them to work and they go to eat the banana and you've got a little message on there for them. It's always a cute thing to do. Now I've also got some agave here. Now this recipe is really good with maple syrup, but I was all out of maple syrup, so we're going to use agave today. And it was 3/4 cup of, no sorry, half a cup of agave. Pinch of salt. You could leave the salt out in this one if you wanted to, but try to make sure you add the vanilla. And this one here is a pure vanilla from the Dominican. And I love getting vanillas from different parts of the world because they all taste very different. They all get a different type of flavor to it from different parts of the world. So I guess it won't be quite ready if we don't add the cacao powder. So we've got half a cup of cacao powder as well. All right, so I might need the plunger with this one and plunge it down as I'm making the chocolate pudding. We'll turn it on first and just see how well it mixes up. Yep, so I'm just gonna grab my plunger. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my spatula. I don't want to add any water or anything to this mixture, simply because I don't want to water it down. I want it to stay nice and thick so that you can actually cut it like a pie. If it's too thin, then it will all, when you cut one slice, the middle part of the pudding or the custard filling will start to all just run out. So you want this pie filling to really just come together and stick together and be nice and firm. Okay. So most of the cacao powder is on the top, so I'm just going to stir that into the chocolate here a little bit more and get it all off the sides. And then as it chills, it'll firm up even more. Okay, so let's pull our pie crust closer. And I always make a little bit extra so that while this is sitting in the fridge, we can have a little treat while it's firming up. Okay. There is going to be enough here for you or the kids to lick the spatula and clean out the container here. You'll see it's pretty close to the exact amount, but there is a little bit left. See? Just enough to make somebody happy enough to have a little treat while they're waiting for this to firm up in the fridge. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure it's all the way around. You can tell it's thick enough because it's actually a little bit taller than the container or the pie crust, but it's not going anywheres. Okay. Off my chocolatey fingers, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tap. Big air bubble. There we go. All right, so there you have it. There's your pie, and you can eat it just like that, but I always think it's nice to garnish them. So we're going to do that with some raspberries. I'm just going to place the stem part of the raspberry down. I'm just going to go all the way around the edge here. Isn't that starting to look really good? You might be saying, starting? Looked good before we started with the raspberries. But it's really looking like a nice Valentine's Day treat now, isn't it? Okay, so I decided that I was going to show you how to take this out of the pie pan too, or the tart pan, okay? So it's been sitting in the fridge for about half an hour. So I'm just gonna start loosening it up a little bit, and what I'm doing is I'm just pushing on the bottom. Can you see how the bottom is loose from the top? Okay, so I'm just pushing on that, and then I'm gonna hold on to the bottom part of the tart pie, and I'm gonna let the other part slide right up my arm. I'm going to switch arms and take the bottom part off. And there you have it. Look at that. See how nice and firm it is, except for when I hit it with my fingers. But it's nice and firm and solid, so you'll be able to cut that very easily. Okay, so I'm just going to sit it down here, and I'll show you how we're going to cut it. Okay, so we're just going to cut a piece of pie here. Okay, there we go. There. See how nice and firm it held together? There's your chocolate pie. I should mention that you can set this up in the fridge for about, I'd say 30 minutes. That'll just firm it up and make it a little bit easier to cut and have it hold together better. I hope you enjoy yours as much as we're going to enjoy this one. So I will see you in the next video.